look too far into it, but just from that, I would think Mazik has the advantage. But we will see. Maybe Mazik hasn't played in a couple months. Anyways, recording started.
It appears we've had the wrong person
Never
picked.
mind. Well,
Andy confused the hell out of me when I joined the server and he said, "This is my
I would
pick."
have totally guessed that Endy was lower too. Oh, Sacred. Okay. I did not. That does not seem like a Mazik map to me.
He's definitely been practicing it, and it's a
We're
challenging
two
one for
points
anyone to get
apart
to
on
grips
our high
with.
score. I remember my old high score used to be from when I was playing in a tourney match with Calais, and it combined both our scores and as one. I don't know how that happened. So it was like, I don't know, 190 or something, and it just counted both of us as having a 187. Anyways, Mazik picks Sacred. I was gonna say it makes sense for it to be his pick since we're in Hillsborough and Mazik's east, Endy's west.
He immediately goes for the
Also, shoutouts
blast,
to
but
Endy
not
for
able to
a
connect.
great marble choice. That would be my second if I didn't have mine. Mazik gets most of the first spawn. Great super speed off the ice shape. And
Yeah, he denies Endy that as well, importantly.
Tower. Again, gets what he needs to of this spawn. It's not exactly easy to go for a power-up because you have to go halfway across the map. On one hand, it should have more power-ups. Great blue from Mazik. Anyways, on one hand, it should have
that blue
more
spawned right
power-ups.
next to Endy. Mazik had to go for a play like that in order to save the
He
spawn,
got
but
it
he hits
perfectly.
it.
Big lead for him to start. He knows this map very well, and I'm guessing Endy hasn't played it in a little while, because who wants to play Sacred? I don't.
Another big blue on the horizon here.
Nope. It's that one on the tower. Mazik falls. Endy, does he have
Endy,
a blast?
Endy has blast! Oh, didn't
He
use
gets
it.
blasted
And Mazik
off. Okay, that's what happened. I wasn't sure, because I was kind of flipping back and forth. Both leave the red. Mazik gets a blast, and you gotta go for the spawn abuse here. Not
They both
sure.
do the same
Okay,
thing, and Endy gets the favorable
gets
spawn.
better.
He's gonna get all of these. And he has blast too. He can just knock Mazik off. Mazik
That
goes to
gem toys
respawn.
with you because it's so out of the way, but it's also a yellow. So what do? They both got it. Oh, it's literally right back there.
Again.
Okay. So while we've been talking, Endy has closed the gap. They pretty much share all these gems, I think identical. Mazik, I don't know what that was, but it allows Endy to collect the rest of the spawn and almost tie the game up and lead now down to 2
And he steals the super speed, uses the blast to
Wall
go for a
hit
wall hit off the
the-
back. Really excellent play from him. He's gonna get to
Very
the spawn
solid,
first.
although Mazik pretty much gets there at the same time with a blast.
Neither of them have blast right now. The next spawn is very fortunate for Endy,
Endy has a
considering he
blast and
didn't
needs
go.
to use it to get up. That's something I need to work on, because whenever I get a blast, I feel like I always use it to navigate.
Very important blue here. Mazik is very far behind. Endy's going to be able to secure this one eventually.
Endy
Does
waits
manage
smartly,
to get it.
which could have ended badly if Mazik just went for it right away, but Endy's able to get the blue and some of the rest of the spawn. And Endy has now taken a 8-point lead on Mazik's pick.
And Mazik is really struggling
and
here.
Endy gets the blue. I said this was an interesting pick for Mazik, and it definitely was. I don't know if this was something he'd practiced recently, or just because they have similar skill styles, he wanted to throw Endy off.
Yeah, Endy's pretty far behind on this spawn, though. Mazik needs to make the most
however,
of
this is a fine spawn to not be ahead. Because it's all the way over here.
It's not going to be a huge swing. You can see Endy's doing everything to prepare for the next spawn, stealing the super speed away, getting the blast. He's got everything he needs. How is he going to get that blue, though?
Yeah, no, he misses!
Yep, and alerts
However,
Mazik of
Endy
his
still
skill
gets
as
the
well.
blue, but that does allow Mazik to pretty easily get most of the rest of the spawn, besides for one grade.
Yeah, Mazik comes out ahead on that spawn. It's now an 11-point
does not have
gap.
the blast to get to that tall yellow. That is
but there is a yellow underneath, but Mazik's going to go for that one
Mazik
first.
goes for that. Endy, I don't think got much, and lead is 9.
Oh, there's a blue.
There's a blue down here. Endy great
gets
positioning to get the blue.
Endy's had very fortunate spawns this game.
Yeah, Endy's gotten very lucky. I think if you kind of even out the luck, it might be tied. Which, again, proves how close they are as players.
But now with only a minute left, it's still pretty close, and Mazik's
nice blast
not really
from
going to have the
Endy. It
luxury of
actually
waiting.
sends Mazik to the super jump. So it ends up okay for both of them. Endy does something with the super speed.
He makes it, and he's going to get a yellow too after a lot of wall hits.
Gets the one yellow. Alright, we got some spawn abuse.
Yep, it's going to be good for both
does
players, and
pretty
they do.
good. Mazik does it a little better.
Yep, but Endy gets enough to be worth his time.
Yep.
Next spawn is very
momentum
close.
To this. And gets a good amount of it. Lead
the
to
blue is
6.
close. Endy has blast.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, Mazik
with a big
off.
blunder. That's going to be game certainly for Endy.
This game is over unless there's a double blue. This is a 13-point lead for Endy, and there's no double blue, although it is in that area. And the Endy takes game 1, Mazik's pick. Very impressive, and we could be in for an upset, judging by this.
Yeah, definitely a risky pick if you aren't sure how you're going to fare with your nerves, and Endy's able to do that. You can see 5-2 in the blues.
106 for Endy. Worth noting, I could see the same thing happening, assuming Endy picks Fun in the Sun again. That Mazik just knows that map better and takes that, so this should be a really good series. We're going to Ashburn?
Yeah, Endy is good at Fun in the Sun, but Mazik has definitely practiced it as well, so it's a little bit of an interesting pick from him. I would not be surprised at all to see this one be one of those series where it just goes back and forth.
I guess it's legal for him to change it, but I have a feeling he'll probably just stick with it. Yeah, let's see. Alright, perfect. Still Fun in the Sun.
Well, maybe you'll go down 2-0. How about that?
That would be pretty dire for Mazik.
Alright, so Fun in the Sun begins. Endy's pick that was almost picked earlier.
Ready.
And start with a pretty basic spawn on the tower. And he goes for the yellow. And very, very narrowly to Endy. 5-3.
Yep. That spawn didn't have much at all in it, but it's all about how they prepare for the next spawn. It's the long one on the bridge.
The red dock spawns. Mazik gets most of it and takes a small lead.
We have a shark spawn coming in, both players super speed.
No blues, which makes it real worthless if you're playing single player. And there's no super speed there to get back quickly. Mazik, great position for this spawn. However, Endy's not bad either. Uses the blast and gets up, but does lose momentum.
Oh no, and he's not getting
falls
anything
off,
from this
and
spawn.
Mazik, during that, was about to do the same thing, but he stayed on, and he's taken a solid lead. Grabs the yellow from that, but not much. No, they pretty much split it. Another
Endy has
spawn
much
over
better
here.
pace for this one. This is going to be almost entirely Endy's, assuming he doesn't make any big blunders, and he does collect all of it.
Everything but one red, and he does exactly that. Both use the super
lead.
jump. Mazik, way better momentum, as Endy...
Mazik blasted Endy into the palm tree there, I think.
I did not see that. Okay, wow. Endy...
big mega.
Man! Oh my god.
Wow, big mega, but little gain.
Yeah, sends Mazik halfway across the map, but for about 3 reds. However, he now has a 5-point lead. And, well, both of them have pretty good momentum in the dock spawn.
Big blast on Mazik there.
Ooh,
disrupting the super speed momentum and making him get only 1 red on the bridge.
Endy, both have so many blasts on this map.
Endy's really been struggling on this wooden structure. This is where Mazik's been getting all the end roads.
Oh,
nice
not a terrible choice by Endy, but a beautiful wall hit. So gets back, able to get 1 gem and at least keep positioning, and has a super speed. Both have a super speed, and Mazik overshoots. And
Mazik misses, but can Endy capitalize? Looks like the answer is no.
Mazik gets it, because Endy, I mean, Endy's just doing some crazy shit, like, no other way to put it. Mazik uses the mega.
Hits the wall, but does hit Endy. And combos him for the 1-2.
Mazik is back to having a 5-point lead. Oh, the spawn's
That's
right there.
Very
and
great spawn for Endy. Endy with some phenomenal luck so far in this series.
Endy might win this series on luck alone. Can Endy get the blue? Yes.
He does get it, but he does waste a lot of his own time. The rest of the spawn is going to go mostly to Mazik. Is able to recover some, and it's a 2-point game.
They actually kind of split the red, so very good spawn for Endy, all things considered. Endy also gets most of the yellows on the tower, but Mazik gets most of the reds, so 1 point
This is a big
lead for
blue.
Endy.
Mazik gets the blast.
Mazik gets the blue,
retaliate.
no question.
At least he didn't go fishing for the blue right after Mazik. That would have ended very poorly.
Ooh. Good choice not using the super speed by Endy, because he's able to get most of the spawn without using it.
This game's going to come down to the wire.
This is going to be
Another
really
picnic
close.
table.
Could come down to a last-second blue. I mean, there's no point saying who's leading, because they both are. They just keep trading with whoever gets what gem first. Right now, Mazik's leading by 1, as we have a tower spawn. Endy uses the blast, but it's a bit too far behind to do much.
They're sharing almost everything. And they're
Mazik,
not even taking time to prepare. Endy's first. Mazik hits the tree. That's going to be the game, you have to imagine.
Oh
Endy
my god, Mazik needs to get
Endy needs to not take these gems. Yeah, he's smart about it. He's waiting it out. Mazik's not coming. That's going to be the game unless a blue spawns right on top of Mazik. He only has 3 seconds, so Mazik's going to have 5 seconds till the spawn goes near him. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. Gets the 2 yellows, but that's game by 4
to
points.
97. Wow.
Incredible intelligence by Endy there to wait out the spawn at the shark. We don't see a lot of players with that level of patience.
No, that's what I did on the last minute of my Vortex effect with Turk, because I was surprised I was leading, and I just needed to slow myself down. So a few seconds here and there waiting for a red, I think, is what really helped me control the win. Anyways,
I just gotta dig deep now. It's gonna be a reverse sweep if he wants to take this one.
Is in danger of getting 3-0'd by Endy.
He does have control with his own pick on this map, but it's going to be a long road back to taking this series.
It's funny, because I feel like Mazik played the better game on Fun in the Sun, but Endy had a couple really lucky spawns and not as many mistakes in the final minute, and that's what won him the game.
Yeah, as soon as Mazik hit that tree with the Mega Marble, it was all done.
I was spectating Endy, so I didn't see that.
Yeah, triple trail coming in from Mazik. I think Endy.
I was actually going to comment on Endy accidentally getting the super jump there while going for that spawn instead of keeping the super speed, but it didn't matter at all. Because that's really easy to do since they're basically in a straight line from where you're going to come.
Mazik owns this map.
Mazik took over for Mangy, however you pronounce his name. When he left, Mazik took it upon himself to be the person really good at triple trail. Although I think Frosty is really good too. So.
Oh, Endy definitely would have been aware that this pick is potentially coming from Mazik, so we're gonna have to see how his prep looks.
Ready.
Game 3 on triple trail.
Alright, we got a generic orange spawn. Endy is going to take the gyro and oh my god.
Big blast.
That should have been way worse, but the spawn is so bad that it doesn't really matter. It's only a 4-point lead after Endy.
But this blue is gonna matter, and it goes to Mazik.
Yes. Mazik, great start for him. A 12-4 lead. The spawns are still here. I feel like I see blue spawns repeat, but not really the other islands as much.
Mazik, wise to use the teleporter there. He knows exactly which situations to make use of them, and he also knows to save blast and knock people out of the cannons. Both things that we've seen so far from him this game as he takes a commanding lead. Nice mega.
That's Endy, but Endy gets a gyro and kind of...
Oh, he doesn't hit the platform because he de-transformed from a mega.
Rough.
And suddenly Endy's right back in this game.
This is a... Was that a blast or just Endy getting a power-up? Endy misses the red, but does get a nice super jump to the pink.
It looked like Endy's blast actually knocked Mazik back in the air. He still made it to the platform, though. But Endy's going to have a big lead on this spawn. Mazik forced to take the cannon, and Endy's going to be taking the yellow.
Lead. Stop me if you've heard this before.
Mazik going with the mega across, and actually manages to stick the landing. Connects
Oh
on to
my
Endy, and Endy
lord.
gets knocked into the stratosphere. Still respawns on the orange island,
Yeah,
thankfully,
he
but
knocked far enough between things. Oh, that's not gonna work. And Mazik should be able to get all of the spawn.
yeah,
No,
having
actually,
most
they
of it.
kind of split it. I mean,
Well,
Mazik
Mazik
has a
decides to
slight
prepare the
edge, but
gyrocopter, but another
blue,
very
Endy
lucky
gets it.
spawn right in front of Endy. A
He
blue
does
and
go
a yellow
flying towards the pink
fed to
island,
him.
but oh my god,
Another
another blue,
but this time Mazik is closer.
right on
For
top
him.
of him, and Mazik has great momentum to this next spawn. Should be able to get a nice line, and mostly does.
Yep.
More blue spawns.
Good blast by Endy.
Blast. About a 5-point lead for Mazik.
Looking like another very close
Endy uses
game
the
here.
gyro, and it goes fine. This is an inconsequential spawn. Endy gets a slight edge, and
I think Mazik didn't actually jump before the super jump there like you would have wanted to, and so he had to make
Mazik
do.
blasted Endy while they were shooting out of the cannon, and he respawned on the orange island. So
Yeah, but this
Mazik
blue
with
is
the gyro
still...
here, which he gets the blue, and this game is looking pretty over.
Yeah, there's
Not an
still
easy
time,
map to
things
beat
can
Mazik
change.
on, even after the first 2 upsets. Mazik has to use the cannon here, which is not a great position, but Mega does help with the spin of getting right back up. And
he needs to get this yellow, and he does. It's
gets
still
the
10
yellow.
points. Things can change.
yeah, there are
And he gets
45
that
seconds
yellow.
left with a 10-point lead. This isn't over. Probably gonna need a blue to Endy for it to be a surprise 3-0, but
Mazik uses his blast there, and has the gyrocopter. Both of them do, in fact.
gyro.
And Mazik has
gets
a much
nice
better sweep and goes out of bounds.
gems.
30 seconds now. Endy running out of time to bring this one back. It's looking like we're going to a 2-1.
Yeah, Mazik has a gyro, should be able to get a couple gems here, we're done. Very good game by
nice
Mazik,
blast.
with a couple very unfortunate mistakes by Endy. Yeah, alright. Well,
Not
Endy,
nearly enough
second
time.
pick. Mazik almost falls off there, but what's it really matter? Get the next red, thank you. That satisfies me.
Alright.
Alright, so congratulations to Endy on having level 37, and no one else. And back to Ashburn we go. Endy's second
Now Mazik
pick.
has to take a game back on Endy's pick. We do have a series in hands, but
We
he's going to
certainly
have to
do,
keep up this
and-
momentum.
We saw, if that was Endy's first priority pick, it was very close, and it could have easily gone to Mazik, so definitely could be a 2-2. Oh boy. Okay.
Endy picks Vortex Effect.
Alright, I don't know how good Mazik is at this map. Let's
I
check
think
this.
both of them are at a comparable level, so
Mazik
Ping is definitely
has,
going to favor Mazik, but we're going to have to see how they play.
204 and Endy has... Did I miss?
I think he probably
120.
just doesn't
Endy
play.
has never played this in single player, presumably. So, maybe Endy did not practice this map a ton, judging by that? I don't know.
I think most of his practice for this series
Worth
was
noting is that this
multiplayer.
map is extremely close based on multiplayer levels, so that's fun.
Ready.
38 and 37. Alright, pretty simple spawn. Obvious what to do first. Endy takes the better route, but does miss one of the reds. Mazik goes and gets a Mega, which works out fine, because...
Opts it now and does manage to hit Endy. Endy's going to use the super speed. Nope,
Oh, no,
actually
Endy
just
actually just
blast.
blasts up. And it was really smooth. He got there first.
Yeah, nicely done by Endy to recover from
Blasts
that
it
Mega.
off, has to use a super speed, but gets another one immediately, so it works out. Endy just getting extremely lucky so far.
Yeah,
And again,
well done
stop me
regardless.
if you've heard this before. This has been very fortunate to him. I think the bathroom break was a curse.
Yeah,
Endy
Mazik's
gets
not
this
really having
entire
any luck.
spawn, but Mazik does get the super speed. And Endy's struggling a bit. Mazik does fly off, but still gets put close, fumbling
It
a
should
little.
all be Mazik.
And it's not going to be, although...
It's a nice Mega onto Endy.
Fall? I can't tell.
Oh,
But
and the spawn does not go right next to Endy.
Or-
So
Or
Mazik's going to
really
have an
Mazik,
advantage
but
on
it's
this too.
still better to him. Endy gets the yellow, but that's it.
Nice blast.
Gets blasted to a blast, which is a nice touch. No one wants that red. And, oh, right on top of Endy. Close to Mazik too, but gets blasted off, and Endy gets that entire spawn. Mazik falls off. Endy is in great position.
Extremely hasty and completely haphazard as well.
This is not looking good for Mazik.
Caution's been thrown to the wind on this one. Mazik has the gyrocopter and needs to make great use of it with the lead that Endy's built for himself.
Endy does fall off with the super speed, but Mazik doesn't do a perfect job. So he gets most of it, but still a 20-point lead for Endy.
And the next spawn is once again next to him.
Nice edge hit by Mazik. Clearly not intentional, but it worked out for him.
This is a very hefty spawn in terms of points.
All of the yellow... Oh, two of the yellows.
Good blast there. Mazik's still going to have momentum, though, for the next spawn. Another great blast that Endy had just picked up a second prior.
Whenever Mazik is in better position to spawn, Endy uses the blast, and they pretty much split it. And this is a 25-point lead for Endy with about half left. And nice blast from Mazik in return. Ooh, not a great gyro prediction.
It could have been great if the spawn was on the other side of the map, but no, it's right here, and Endy's
go
ready
with it,
for it.
assuming that, and then it's right next to you, so... They pretty much split that spawn. Mazik gets most of this one.
And the next one's right here. They're both going to come back and get most of this. Mazik actually takes a shortcut and gets this yellow. Starting to narrow the gap just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a 19-point lead. Endy should be able to use... Oh, no spawn abuse yet. Does he know about it? Yes. He does. Oh, it puts him back! Oh, man. So Mazik able to get this entire spawn unless something really weird
And the next spawn is good for him, too.
And great
This is going to be a tightening up of the scoreline. Within 10 points now, Mazik brings this one, and he's prepping the Mega.
Endy better positioning than this spawn, but not by a ton.
Oh, big mistake by Mazik. Mazik completely falls and is now a little bit further away from this one.
So back to a 10-point lead for Endy. Endy able to get a yellow and do whatever that was.
Yeah, not a very efficient use of his time.
It was cool, but it was not efficient. Mazik gets a few gems, and this is a very close game. We've not seen a blue spawn yet, but that could really sway momentum.
Oh, finally Mazik gets some luck going his way.
Great luck, able to get all but 1.5 gems. Endy uses the Mega. Mazik tries to avoid it and just kind of can't. Endy gets all the high-value gems as Mazik runs from the Mega, and 10-point lead for Endy with a super speed and a closer spawn. We have 1 minute left. Mazik able to get the
Mazik
yellow,
doesn't get any of those.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, wow.
Nope, still at 85 points, and now time's starting to run out with the lead growing ever.
Back to a 15-point lead. Endy, rough.
Yeah, Mazik gets the spawn abuse. So if the next spawn is also over here,
Mazik needs to know that he just needs to get the spawn. Yep, okay. Alright, good blast. Easy 4 points. And back to a 5-point lead, 4-point. 3-point lead with a super jump. Endy has a blast, but skids off with the yellow.
Mazik also falls off. This one's going to be close.
Oh,
it's a 2-point game. Mazik has the super jump.
Endy has a super speed and gets
Mazik blasts him off, but misses the yellow. But Endy's not here yet. Mazik takes the gems, but the rest of the spawn's been left for Endy.
I'm just going to start naming people. I don't know. Oh my god, no one's going to get it.
Can Endy get any of these gems? No, it's going to be a
1 point win for Mazik. Holy
Mazik
god.
barely hangs on. We're going to game 5.
Wow. What a fucking game. And look at the gem count, too. The yellows are identical, and the only difference is 1 red. That just proves how close that game was. Oh my god. Alright, so let's figure out who gets what. Great game by Mazik. He made lots of mistakes, sure, but he really tightened up in the last minute and was able to take a lot of advantage of Endy making even more mistakes. Alright, Endy would pick, what server are we in? Yeah, okay. Alright, so then that means, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the randomizer.
I'm gonna grab a candy bar while you pick.
That last moment on that last spawn where Mazik was picking up the last red was very dangerous because he picked it up when Endy wasn't able to get it. And if the next spawn was next to Endy, he would have been in trouble. Fortunately for him, it was on the other side of the map.
Alright, I'm back.
Mazik could have run out the clock on that last red.
What does he mean by you gotta sit on this one? No, he can't. He can't pick. Oh. Oh lord.
I'm not sure
I love
Endy
to think
understands
that
the
he was
format.
gonna pick core. That's hilarious.
All right, I'm gonna mute and start typing.
Yeah, you gotta. That makes sense since he said he didn't really know how the tournament worked anyway. Okay, Endy picks to ban the first one.
Very unusual choice, but we're gonna go with it.
I don't think he really understands it.
Yeah. First map is Cragmire, which I know Endy has been practicing and is deadly on, so that is going to be an Endy favorite pick. Second one
Mazik
is
needs
Epicenter.
To ban Cragmire for sure.
Third, we have, I guess, was that Epicenter again? I can't see.
It's Epicenter again. Has that happened yet?
All right. Core is going to be the next one.
Oh, well.
So,
Two extremely Endy
we might be seeing him ban that if that's anything to go by. And then we have Fun in the Sun, which is going to be skipped. We have a Lupus, which is extremely Mazik favored. And then we have Bowl, which is going to be in the middle.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, smart choice by Endy to ban that one. Mazik's gotta ban either Cragmire or Core.
That
yep,
goes for
bans
Core.
I mean, Endy was gonna pick that, so. Endy, I would assume, is gonna ban Bull? I don't know.
Ooh, interesting.
Bans Epicenter, okay.
I have to imagine that we are going to Bowl. What was the other one? Cragmire.
Alright, so we are playing... Mazik's gotta pick Bull if he wants to win this.
I don't know if he's aware of how deadly that Endy's been on Cragmire over the past couple of weeks, but I mean, we found ourselves in a position where Mazik has both server advantage and final pick.
Bull?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever beaten Endy on Cragmire.
Yep. Okay, well, judging by what you just said, pick Bull. All right.
All right, we're gonna get another randomizer Bowl
map, I would say.
I played with this with Connie in Game 5, and we're gonna be seeing it again between these two great players.
Yeah, this has been a great match regardless of how this game goes and who wins. I mean, Game 4 was one of the best we've had all tournament. I like Endy saying good games as if we're done already. Alright, Bull begins with a spawn of 5 yellows. You're not gonna believe it.
And the best route would be going for that first gem and then looping your way around, which both of them try and do and fail. And he gets
it's so easy to do that. I wish I could be good at, like, Bull, Citadel, Skadium, but I always miss them. It's so easy to...
Yeah. It's tricky. Neither of them actually had a super speed here, but Mazik's gonna use one into the other.
Mazik gets a small advantage, although it should be tied if Endy gets that one, which he does. Mazik has speed and a blast. Keeps his momentum on the floor, too, which is huge. You don't want to do a bunch of unnecessary bounces, you know, kind of like that.
Yep. And he was also able to get a super speed on the way over, which is really what you want to do on Bull.
Huge. The best way to get to a spawn on Bull is to bounce onto slopes and get a super speed along the way. You don't want to bounce off the slopes.
And he's going to be fortunate to still get 2 of the gems in this spawn after the huge lead that Mazik had.
4-point lead, unless he... Yeah, no one's going to Mazik, not a great route. Endy, much better. However, does skip a little.
Yeah, is able to at least get the super speed. If he bounced over that, it was going to be really rough for him. And Endy doesn't actually have a super speed here. Going to be bailed out by the spawn being quite close.
However, Mazik
Endy,
has
this
a
is
great
not the
route
gem you
before-
want to go for, Endy, and Mazik's going to clean this one up.
Ooh, Mazik leaves that one. That could be big.
Yeah,
'Cause
really poor routing choice.
He was right on track to get that, but just kind of got thrown off, and it wasn't worth going back.
Yeah, you can see nerves for both players in full effect here
Mazik
in Game
generally
5.
getting to the spawns faster, but Endy doing a better job at collecting. This
Endy
exception as Endy
missed the
is
super
close.
speed over there, which is a little unfortunate, but is still going to be able to get a majority of the
Can't
spawn.
get caught with
And
that one.
oh, it's behind him though. This is going to help Mazik out quite a
great
bit, make up
momentum.
some of this gap.
Needs to get at least 3 gems. Teeny little lag spike.
Oh, Endy, he does have a super speed, so he can go for this, and he is rewarded with this. Mazik has already returned to the center of the map, hoping to play the averages, but it doesn't work out for him. It might just be 1 gem for Mazik here, and it is. It's a 10-point lead for Endy.
Endy able to get 2.5. It's 10-point lead for Endy still.
And we're
Bull
halfway through
is
the match
not
now.
an easy comeback map, although Mazik did close it to 8. You just gotta keep getting a 3-2 advantage and hope that you do that consistently enough to regain your lead. And
Yeah, but when they share gems like that, it gets a little bit harder. Mazik should be able to come out
Mazik does
ahead on
have
this
a
spawn.
3-2 on that. No super speed for Endy yet.
Endy is lost, I guess. He was looking around for the
Endy
spawn.
actually almost gets to it quicker, but Mazik still has the better path to 3. Oh, I don't know.
No, he's
about
gonna leave that because he doesn't have a power up, which is wise.
Oh, okay. Endy with the gyro, which may work out. Let's see. Yeah, worked out pretty well for him. He should be able to get 4 of these, and
Yeah,
he
that's really
does.
big
So
for
that
Endy.
is a 12-point lead for Endy.
And Mazik didn't have a super speed on the way over here, and he does, so.
Halts his momentum. Perfectly done. Although it does miss that gem.
That would have been a really hard one to do.
Alright, back to an 8-point lead as Mazik splits that 4-2, I believe.
And Mazik's going to go down the middle, so he has the choice of going left or right. Should be another 3-2 to Mazik, another 2 points gained.
And
he's trying to pick up a super speed when he already has one.
More ahead to this spawn. I've been on Endy for a while. I'm gonna switch. We got a blue.
Oh, the blue. First blue of the game. This is going to be absolutely crucial, but...
he gets
Endy
it.
snipes it! If
But
he missed that,
Mazik
that
has-
probably would have been a tie game at the minimum for
man.
Mazik. But
Oh.
Mazik still manages to get all 4 of the other gems, so it's actually a gain for Mazik there.
And even though Endy was closer, Mazik had better momentum. So this spawn...
And Endy has a great line. All 5 gems for Endy here on this spawn. 13 points.
Wow, that is
Open
huge.
back up.
That's big. Wow.
Mazik coming in
Mazik
with
gets
a
a
mega.
nice couple gems. Should be able to get
And picks
4
up the
here.
expired gem, so it's going to be 4-2
Mazik
on this
needs
spawn.
to get that yellow.
Oh,
They
but Endy
share
shares
it.
it. And they both have a super speed, so Mazik's starting to really run out of time here. We got 30 seconds left. And he should be able to get 2 of these. Shares that one with Mazik.
1.5, I guess.
Endy is currently doing enough to hold the lead. Doesn't have a super speed, though. Oh,
gets
Mazik
a
doesn't
super
either.
speed and gets better than Mazik, I would say.
Mazik is running out of time. There's not going to be anything he can do.
Need a
Endy just
mystery
needs to
blue.
pick off these yellows one by one. He can even run over and get that expired one.
This game is
But the
over.
spawn's right
Endy's
here.
got fine position, and Endy takes a thrilling 3-2.
Wow, incredible upset coming in from Endy in Game 5 here.
Endy even gets 50 points for winning. And
Wow.
somehow has a completely different multiplayer level.